Make sure you guys win the first 5 hours of your day. I'm back. The kids are on break today. And I really want to talk about this because I think people are missing it and it's okay. That's why I'm here, you know. But I need to put a disclaimer out there, man. Because y'all say, oh, Fred don't know what he talking about. Fred ain't this. Let me say this. I've been offered jobs by ESPN, major studios, and y'all didn't never believe me, right? If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen it. You've seen me post it in my stories. You've heard me talk about it in person. You've may have seen emails. You know, my arrogance gets the best of me sometimes. And y'all still didn't believe me. And I'm gonna tell you guys a story. I was on the hill taking boxing, right? Yeah, I remember my boxing trainer, Marielle. It was me, Marielle, and Brianna Michelle, the lead actress from my last film, 9 Wives, my second to last film. And it was around about the time Paul Malignaggi said those things about black people and disparaging words. And I said, we were leaning against the rail. 3 minutes into the conversation, it was the first time I had seen it. It was a Monday. I said, I'm gonna get him fired. They looked at me like, huh? Yeah, it was just a phone call. It would just be one phone call for me and I can get him fired. How, Fred? I'm gonna say one statement that's gonna blow your mind. And I may add a little detail, but I'm gonna leave out names. How do Fred have so much influence and information when I told you guys about Steven Espinoza? And I'm gonna tell you guys, I played poker with Les Moonves' dad for years. He may be deceased. I haven't seen him in a few years. Remember I used to play poker with anyways, for years. Herman was his name. I used to sit next to him at poker. We talked and, you know, and we developed a kinship. I'm not going to say a friendship. He's 50 years older than me. You know, he was in his late early 90s when we met, and I would always make a point to sit next to him at the poker table, which led to greater poker games outside of the casino. And that's how I knew everything about boxing. That's how I knew Steven Espinoza was lying to you guys. This is how I was always in the know before it happened. This is how I knew that Al Heyman was going over to Amazon Prime. I said all that to say this. I'm at a private poker game. Follow me. I'm at a private poker game. And I'm sitting with some of the wealthiest people. You know, I got $20,000 cash on me. I'm playing poker. All these Jewish men are missing Shabbat dinner. I got everything you could want behind me and around me, in front of me. And if you guys know me, I don't do anything in mixed company. Never have, never will. I won't drink, I won't smoke, I've never done that anyway. But my vice was women. I would never touch a woman, I'm gonna pay attention and be at 100%. You see these powerful men that names you will never know because you think Floyd Mayweather's the most powerful man in the world. But I would be at attention, paying attention to everything. And one of the executives told me, this is why I know so much about Steven Espinoza and how he knew and how he had already agreed to his severance package while lying to you in front of a camera. He said, do you think I would pay you to destroy me? This is an executive saying, you think, Fred, I would pay you to destroy me? And all you guys jumping up and down about. I've never met Les Moonves, by the way. I've never met him. I know his friends though. And this is what I've been trying to tell you guys for years. Oh, the Super Bowl was a big message. The Super Bowl was this. The Super Bowl was that. No, it wasn't. They will never pay you to destroy them. They will pay you to destroy yourself. Case in point, Serena Williams. Do y'all know Serena Williams' sister was murdered by Crips? Yes, murdered by Crips. The same Crips that murdered Tupac. And she's glorifying what? Gangs, Crip walking, sea walking. Don't you know her father protected her from that? And I've never met the Williams family. However, y'all can Google all this. My editor, Ken Miller at the LA Sentinel, was the Williams sisters' biographer. So I know a lot about them from afar. I've never ever talked about it, and I never will. Never will. Never will. But Ken Miller and Richard Williams are like this. And Ken Miller and I are like this. I hold Ken Miller in such high esteem, man. You know. And I can't wait for him to put that documentary together, him and Richard Williams or something like that, with all the footage and all the stories. I can't wait. But the point I'm making is Serena Williams is Crip walking on her sister's grave. She will never hire a Crip, a Blood. She's going to go live in the desert with her multi-million-dollar husband and live happily ever after and be an insecure black woman who bleaches her skin and wears a blonde wig. And you've never seen her without makeup. You think Richard Williams is happy? That's not what he bred it. That's not what he molded. A married Serena Williams is in front of 100 million people trying to stab back at Drake when he done moved on and don't know she's stepping on her sister's grave. Serena Williams is Crip walking on her sister's grave, man. Everything we fight against in the black community, bastard children, obesity, drugs, gangs, she's promoting it. She don't have no bastard children, but she's still in love with Drake. She's a battered ex-girlfriend. She's an insecure black woman. The greatest athlete of all time. I'm going to talk about Kendrick Lamar in a separate video. But I've been telling you guys this for years. And you guys would never listen to me. They said, Fred, I'll give you $5 million to shut up. You want a few million for your 9 wives, fam? I'll give you a couple million. But we're going to call it a first look deal, Fred. We ain't going to call it slavery. We're going to call it a first look deal. So what that means is we get the first look on everything. And you know what we do? We buy it to put it in the trash. That's it. Drake's not re-signing with the record company, man. Don't you know a few years ago, if he hadn't signed with the record company, the record industry would have plummeted? He single-handedly saved the record company. But y'all don't know that they're using Kendrick Lamar in this propaganda war. The same way they use Kendrick Lamar is the same way they use Martin Luther King. They're using him. Y'all think Kendrick Lamar is a outstanding black man that Crip walks and promotes turn your TV off, kill black men, kill black women. He's bred bastard children. We're going to talk about him in another video, but I want to stay on Serena Williams because it's important how black women, y'all being used and abused by these JEWUs. Being used and abused. They got Serena Williams Crip walking on her sister's grave. I don't have to lie. I've stood 10 toes down on what I believe. I could have took the easy way out and got a check. I had a 6-figure YouTube channel. I was making 6 figures and I could have sold it. Nah. Now let me correlate that with what that executive told me and how it correlates to me in boxing. Y'all Google. I played with Herman for years, poker with Herman for years. He lost. I know his whole life. I know the whole life. The mom died first. I'm going to just leave it there. The mom died first and he lived in Palisades. I'm going to just leave it there. Anyhow, Les Moonves wasn't around. He was traveling, making money, and the father was very proud of his son. And the dad liked me. He did, you know? So, anyways. I forgot what I was about to say. It was very, very important. Yeah, man. But at the end of the day, here's what I forewarned. Oh, yeah. Correlate that with what he said. I will never pay you to destroy me, Fred. This is casual conversation, though. You betting or you raising? You calling or you raising, Fred? But I'm always instigating. If you know me, I'm always cleverly instigating for the truth. That's just who I am. I was a history major in college, you know? I was born in Harlem. And I correlate that to me having 200 people in Pearland, Texas, 150 to 200 people in Pearland, Texas at a barbershop. I correlate that to me having over 300 people in a barbershop parking lot in LA for Sean Porter, Earl Spence. I had the juice. They had to get the name. Their desire was to get rid of me in the name of protecting themselves. I wanted to go, though. I didn't care. I just moved on. Yeah, that's what Al Heyman said. Get rid of them. I'm going to give you a credential to really destroy me. But if you want to promote that propaganda to help me make more money, absolutely. We don't want you to know the absolute truth. No fighter in the history of boxing has ever had 300 people just show up. I stand corrected. I'm wrong. I'm lying, but you get my point. I was more influential. I'm not going to say powerful. I was more influential than your favorite fighter, a YouTuber, because the people were starting to wake up. They were anointed with the truth from barbershop conversations. And I had the truth and I gave it to the people. Now, I gave you, I will never ever mention the names of the people that I sat down and played poker with in them mansions. But I believe it's been some years, so I'm going to make the assumption that Herman is no longer with us. I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. If he is, he's over 100. And played poker with him for years. Awesome man. That's how he passed his time. He outlived everyone. Outlived his wife. I can tell you his favorite meal. Y'all go ahead and have a beautiful day. But Serena Williams is crip walking on her sister's grave. She's an over-sexualized, ungodly black woman. For the sake of the Super Bowl, capitalism, and what she thinks is getting back at Drake. Now, we're going to talk about SZA, too, because Drake dated SZA, too. And it all symmetry, and no one knows who the hell Kendrick Lamar is. No one knows his music. I couldn't sing along. I know the beats, but I couldn't sing along. And I live in LA. Black women. You think you wearing weaves is by accident? Black women. You think twerking, you think you being called sexy while twerking is by accident? You think being half naked in a little dress is sexy? You think you're over-sexualized by accident? You think you're independent by accident? You think you're really independent by accident? That's amazing. You're not equipped to compete with another man. You're not equipped. God didn't make you equipped. You're in last place. Degrees is not a synonym for power. Let me say that again. Degrees is not a synonym for power. We're the most educated in their educational system. Oh, you went to a HBCU? Oh, that's cute. Howard? He was a white abolitionist? Oh, Spelman? She's from the bloodline of the Rockefellers? If I'm not mistaken, this is just going off of black women, you're lab rats. Every award Serena Williams has won has been before a majority white audience at a majority white event, at a majority American, France, Wimbledon, Australia. Nike. And she married a white man. There's nothing wrong with that, because the most pro-black thing you could do is what? Serve God. I had to learn this. But y'all go ahead and keep on keeping on. I have the Scantron with all the answers already bubbled in. There's no bubble F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Nah. And they're not. It's not. Black culture on the internet is created. People go viral intentionally. There's only one Frederick Hawthorne. There's only one Little Russell. That's it. Doing it independently. Marry love, not color. Become one with God before that. And I guarantee you, you'll look at this shit and just smile and laugh. I'm on my way to the gym right now. My son and I are on my way to a gym, and I'm going to take him to a game tonight. We're going to go to a varsity practice later on today, so I want him to see the pace. I want him to pick up things. I have some friends that are high school coaches, and we're going to go to a high school basketball game later tonight. I'm going to immerse him in basketball. I'm going to lead him. I'm going to lead him to the promised land. Serena Williams is crip walking on her sister's grave, man. Y'all offended by that, but y'all didn't even know Serena Williams' sister was murdered. I'm from LA. Ken Miller is my mentor. He put me in this media game. I'm forever grateful to him. I call him every 4 months. I call Ken Miller and I say, I love you and thank you. Every meal will forever be on me. That's how y'all know me. I've made too many videos. I've been on here for probably a decade now. No one has nothing bad to say about me in terms of money, in terms of character, in terms of integrity. I done touched too many. I done shook too many people's hands, man. Go find the story. Go, I dare you. People may have an opinion about me. Sure. Have at it. They just come to my YouTube channel and when I was popping and then like, oh, you ain't that bad. Everything I say is true. Family first. Obviously, God is a synonym for family. Family first. Y'all hear the balls bouncing. I ain't got to tell Lincoln to pick up a basketball. It's so engraved. But anyways, I'm gone. This deserves a part 2. But Serena Williams, your Crip walking on your sister's grave, man. And your father is disappointed in you.